Hello. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys. My audio was on mute. So I will explain. I will explain from the beginning. Sorry for that. Yeah. So first, I will discuss what are the tables we are going to use, and I will discuss how it. So what are the functions? What are the Oracle predefined functions Oracle has given for us to use? So we are first, let us see in your table, do you have employee table and in your database that is employee table and department number tables are exist in your database or not? So if they exist, so do one thing. If you write select star from employee, so if you are if you are fetching the result means the data is sorry, the table is exist in a database, and if you are not going, if you like. If you're, get, if you're getting any result like table or view does not exist, that means the table is not present in your database. So for that, what you do is, I will send you a SQL file. So place SQL file anywhere in your system, and here, first write at the rate, and then give the location of that SQL file. So my location of the SQL file is this. So I'm giving this. By giving this, so copy this location, first place at the rate, and give the location, and run this, select this statement, and click on this. So by clicking on this, you will run the statement, and these tables and all that will be created in your database tables with the data. So now if you run the select star from employee table, so you can see these tables in your database, employee table and department table. So in the employee table, what we have are employee number, name. So employee number is ID of an employee. So every employee has a ID. So this is the employee number, and it is the name of the employee. This is the designation. So what is his designation? So let us take King is working as a president, Jones is the manager, Scott is the analyst. So these are nothing but so the type of work he is doing, his designation. So boss. So who is his boss? For King, he is the president. So no, he is the ultimate one. He is the supreme one. So he will be having no boss. So if you see for Jones, 7839 is his boss. So who is 7839 here? King. So this first card, it is 7566. Who is 7566? Jones. So this information is this is the boss employee relationship. These two columns are having, and hire date. So hire date is the date on which organization has hired an employee. So King was hired on 1987 November 7th, and this is the salary, how much salary the company is paying for each employee, and commission. So apart from the employee, salary, the employee is getting any commission. So if you see for Allen, Ward, and Martin, so they have been giving some commission. So the reason is they are salesmen. So based on the commissions, sales, they will be given the commissions. And and the next one is department number. So in which department he is working. So at present we have the department numbers only. These are 10, 20, 30. But if you come here to find out what is the 10 and what is this 20, we have another table called department table. So if you come here, so the 10 is nothing but accounting, and his location is this department's location is in New York. For research, for 20 it is research and dollars. So these are the department. This is a department table, and these are its values. And let us go back to predefined functions and see. So what are the functions we have? So Oracle has given us a few predefined functions. If it is a group function, so what it is going to do means it is going to be operate on a few rows, like a number of rows, and it is going to produce a single result. So that means it is going to operate on multiple rows and get us a single result. And scalar function is, so it is going to be performed on each and every row of a table, and it will produce it will produce result for each and every table. Like let us say if you want to find out the count of rows you have in a table, you will use count function. So what it will do, it will count the number of rows. Like that means it is going to be operated on multiple rows. Like and it is going to produce a single result, which is the count. Like let us say if it is an employee table. See, for employee table, it is going to be performed select count star of from employee. So what it is going to do, it is going to get us the result. So it is a single value, right? So it is this group functions are nothing but it is going to be operated on a it is going to operate on multiple rows and produces a single result, single value as a result. And what are the scalar functions? So what the scalar functions do means, so they can be they will be operated on multiple rows, but what they will do, they will produce multiple results, one for each row. So one result for each row. So those are scalar or single row functions. So the let us see what are the group functions we have. The first one is sum. So what sum is going to do? So it is going to add the so some you can see it is pretty much this function is self-explanatory means. So by seeing the name itself, you can find out the functionality. So sum is nothing but the addition of values, right? So so if you write any column, select sum of any column name here from the table name. So what it is going to do? It is going to get the sum of those values. So first, let us take an example and let us find out the sum of salaries the company is paying to the employees. So the total salary the company is paying to the employees. So first, if you select this, so 29,025. So this is the sum of salaries the company is paying, and the next one we have is sum, and the next one is maximum. So the maximum is nothing but it is going to get the maximum value from the list of values. So if we execute this statement, so what it is going to do? So who is getting the maximum salary here? So 5,000 is the maximum salary, and who is getting that? So King is getting the 5,000 rupees maximum salary, right? So by executing this, we will get the maximum value, and we have another one which is min, nothing but minimum. So 800 is the minimum salary, and let us find out who is getting that 800. So 800 is being given to Smith, and he is working as a clerk. So it will minimum will produce as the minimum value, and the next one is average. So by giving the average, we can find out the average of a list of a value. So if we execute this, so the average salary is being for the employees where the company is paying is 2073 point some value, and the count of star is the next function. So we have two count functions. You can see one is count of star and one is count of column. So what count of star do is, so it will return the number of values present in a table. So if we execute this count of star, so we let us see how many rows we have in a table. So we have total 14 rows, and so this is count of star. It will just give us a number of rows we have. But when it comes to count of column, so you can give count and any column, and you can. So what it will do from different from this is, so count of star will produce the number of rows in a table, whereas count of column will give you only the normal values. Like if you see here, select star from employee. So the employee number is having value for every column is having for every row. You see for every row it is having a value. Name is also same. But if you come here to commission, so most of the values are null. and only you can see only 4 are having values, these 4. 0 is also a value, guys. 0 is different from null. Null means the value is not available. 0 means it is a 0. So if you write for count of employee number here, so it will give us 14. So the reason is the value is present for every row in the employee number column. And whereas if you see for this commission, so only four values having only 4 rows have values. So here if we write here COMM and execute this, so what we are getting 4. So the reason is only 4 are not null values and the remaining all are null values. So is it clear now? Count of star comma count of star and count of column. So these two how these are different. So these are the group functions we have. So these are group functions which are sum, maximum, minimum, average, and count of star and count of column. So these are the group functions. So the next are scalar functions. Scalar functions, as I said, these functions will be performed on each and every single row of a table and produce a result for every row. So they are mainly divided into 4 types. So they are, first one are number functions. These will be performed on the numerical values. And string functions, these functions are going to be performed on string on strings like characters, names, or some like those. And date functions, we are going to perform these functions on dates. And conversion functions are changing one type of data type to another type, like from changing name to string, or number to string, or number to date. So these we can do using the conversion function, right? So first let us see what are the number functions we have. So the first one is ABS, nothing but absolute. So it is going to give us the absolute value of a value you give. So like let us see, select ABS of 40 from dual. So dual table is nothing but a dummy table, guys. So it is ABS of 40 is nothing but 40 only. But if you give here minus 40 and execute it, so what it is giving us 40 only. It means, so it is going to omit, it is a plus, it is going to forget it is a plus value or minus value. It is just going to give us a value. So that is absolute. So this is ABS function, and the next function we have is SQRT, nothing but square root. So what it is going to produce, it is going to give us the value square root of a value. Select SQRT of 25 from dual. So what is the square root of 25? So the square root of 25 is 5. So what it is going to do? It is just going to give us a square root of a value. And not only dual table, so you can use here employee table also. Like let us see employee, and I'm going to get the salary. For salary, I'm going to use a salary column. Let us see. Let us find out what are the. So these are the square root of these values. So for the 5000, it is 70 point something for this. So this. So this is the actual salary, and these are its square roots, right? And power. So power is nothing but it will return. So it will return the power. So power of a comma b means it will return power of. So it will be like this. Select power of 2 comma 5 from dual. So which is nothing but 2 to the power of 5. So what is 2 to the power of 5 value? 32. So this will be work. So the power is nothing but, so it will give us to give power values. So the seal. So the seal is nothing but it will be used when we have decimal values. Like if we have 40.1 or if we have 40.2. So what it is going to do is it is going to result as 41. Even if it is a 40.1 or 40.9, it doesn't matter. So it will just return the next highest value. So the next highest value. So let us see here an example. Select seal of 40.1 from dual. So what it is going to give? 41. Yeah. So you can see here it is a 40.1 or even if it is a 40.9. So what it is going to do? So it is just going to give us the next integer value or next value. So it is a 41 only for these two. So the seal will give us the next highest value. So the floor is opposite to this. So which is it will give us the low. So the lowest integer. So the next lowest. If we give as 40.1 or 40.9, so what it is going to give? It is going to give 40. So let us check that floor. So what is the value we are getting? 40. And even here it is a 40.9, so which is very much close to 41. But even then, if we use if we use floor function for that, we are going to get 40 only. So that's how the floor will work. And the next is trunk value. So the trunk is also removes the decimal point. It will so the trunk also works as this floor function. So what it will do? It will also truncate the values. Like I will show here. Select trunk of 40.9 from dual. So we are going to get 40 only. In this case, it will work pretty much as floor. But when we have like if we want to get decimal values and if we want to get till a particular point, like let us see, we have 40.1234 as a value, and you want the decimal values to be truncated to till the second point from dual. So here what we are getting to do 40.12. So what? So if we use this second parameter, so what it is going to do means after the decimal values, it is going to produce only two values. So this is truncate. So the trunk has two functionalities. One is if we give only a single parameter here, single value. So what it is going to do? It is going to give the so the next lowest value. And if you give two values, like one is 40 point a decimal value, and here you give the and you give integer value. Like what it is going to say means so the how many decimal values you want to present in your result. So here I have given two. So that's why after the decimal point I am getting two values. So if I give here only one, I will get only 40.1 as my result, right? So that's how this trunk function will be work. So this is the trunk function. Yeah. So the round. So the round function is so what it is going to do actually. So if it is 40.1, it will round up the value to 40. If it is 40.6, it will round up the value to 41. So like it is going to see what is the closest integer. Like if it is a 40, it will go to like if it is still zero point 0.5, it will goes back. If it is after zero point 0.5, it will produce the next result. So see here, select a round of 40.4 from dual. So 40.4 will be round up to 40. So this is one, and the next one is, like, let us see, select round of 40 point, sorry, 40.6 from dual. So here what it is going to do? It is going to round up to the next value because 40.6 is close to 41. So it will round off the values like that. And the next, so these are the numerical functions. So what are these? Number functions are numerical functions, which are ABS is one function. It is going to give us the absolute value irrespective of its sign value. So square root is going to produce a square root of a value, and power of power is going to produce a power of value to the what is the value you have given here, power of a comma b, and seal. So the seal is going to give us the next highest integer. The floor is going to give us the next lowest integer. Sorry, next lowest integer. So the trunk is going to give us the next lowest integer, and as well also it can be used with the decimals. So based on this value, you can get how many values you want after the decimal point, and round it is going to work as, so it will give us the next nearest integer. Like if it is 40.4, it will give us 40. If it is 40.6, it will give us 41. So the next what we have, string functions. So until now we have seen how the functions are working on numbers, right? So all these functions are numbers, and the next is string functions. So let us see what are the string functions Oracle has given and how it will work. So see here. Yeah. So select upper of Oracle from dual. So if you see here, I am giving the value in lower case, but if I after executing this, in the result I am going to get the value in uppercase. So this is upper. So this is the upper function, and the next one is lower function. So lower, what it will do is opposite to the previous one, is nothing but if lower. So like, let us say we have few upper characters and few lower characters. So we have like this, few upper and few lower, and we are executing lower. And what it is going to do, it is going to convert each and every value into a lowercase value. So you can see the result here, everything is in lowercase only. And init cap. So what init cap is going to do is, so it is going to give us, so init cap is going to make the first character of every string. Like if you write this, select init cap of Andhra Pradesh from dual. See here, we have two strings. One is Andhra and one is Pradesh. Like these are separated by space. So every time it is separated by a space, so the first value and every next values next to the space will be made as capital uppercase letters. If you see A and P are made as uppercase letters. So that's how init cap will work for us. It is nothing but it will make the first value of a string to uppercase. And length. So length nothing but it will return the length of string we are giving here. So if we see here, so I am going to get length of Andhra Pradesh from dual. So what is the length? 14. If we see here, Andhra is 6 letters and Pradesh is 7 letters, but why we are getting the 14 is, so including the space. So it is considered space is also, it will count space also 1. So including the space, total is 14 letters. So this is the length, how length works. And the next function we have is ASCII. So the ASCII is nothing but, so for in a computer language, for every character we have a ASCII value. So the ASCII value will be different for even for lowercase and uppercase. So let's find out how is that. Select counter. So these values are already been. So these values are already been like for one. Like these are being recorded pretty long back. So for one a, it is 1. Like if you give here small a, so for small a it is 97 is the ASCII value. So these ASCII values have been pretty much these have been declared very initial stage of computer programming. So these are defined by ASCII nothing but American Standard Computer Information. And for even for B there will be another value, for C there will be another value. So for each and every character we have another values. So this is the ASCII value. So what is concat? So the concat is going to add two strings and produce as a single result. So let us say select concat. I'm going to give as string 1 is my first string and string 2 is my second string from dual. So let's find out the result. So what we are getting, string 1 and string 2. So it is concatenating these two strings and producing as a single result. So if we type here Andhra is one string and Telangana is one string. So if we execute this, so what we are going to get? We are going to get Andhra Telangana as single string. So that means it is going to concatenate these two strings and produce as a result as a single string. So this is how concatenation works. So these string, substring, replace and translate are important, guys. And so till now what we have seen are very much easy functions. These are a bit complicated. Not complicated, you may get generally confused for string and substring, and you will get confused for replace and translate. So please pay some attention here. So string is nothing but it is used to find the position of a string. In the main string, it will use to find the position of a substring. So it is its syntax. So the string S1 is a main string and S2 is a substring you are going to search in the main string, and the position. So the position where you want to start the search. And location is at occurrence. This is the occurrence, which means like if we have multiple occurrences of this string, like substring, like let us say if you take Andhra, we have two S, right? So first Andhra is the first occurrence, the last A is the second occurrence. So this is used for that. The position is from where you want to start the search. So let us write an example and understand it. Select in string of. So Oracle training is my main string. So in that what I need to find is I want to find I, and I want to start my. So if you just leave here, because see these two are mandatory values you must give when you use substring, but these two are optional. So if you give it, it will work. Even if you doesn't give them, it will work. But if you want to specify the position you want to start and the occurrence, then you must give it. and if you don't want this, and if you omit this, so what will happen is, so it will start searching from the beginning. So from O itself it will start search, and it will give us the first occurrence value. So I is first occurring here. So if you don't give these values, it will search like that. So the string will work like that. And if you give the value, so and like let us say if you want to start the search from like any particular position, like if you want to start the search from C, so then what you will see then what you will give is, so the C value is 4 right here, O is 1, R is 2, A is 3, and C is 4. So here you will give the value, and from C it will start searching and it will find where is the value, and it will give us the so at what position, like what is the position the I is so the I is being, so the I is placed. So if this is like, let us say if you want to start your search from 4, so that is nothing but C, and the second value is here occurrence. So the occurrence, we have I in two cases. So the one is here and the one is here. You want to find the map. So here you can specify. So which I value you want to find. It is the first occurrence or second occurrence. So if you not give any value, it will give us the first occurrence value. If you give us any value here, like let us say if you give here 2, so it will find out the second occurrence. So first we'll see this simple example, and we can see then with all the parameters. See here Oracle training. If you see, these are 6 values, space is a 7, and this is a T 8, 9, 10, and I is present at the 11th position. So that's what it's written. And if you see, and if you give this function, so what is going to give us? So it is not going to get this value because we have given here 2. So the second occurrence. So where it is at the 13th position, the second occurrence is available. So this is how instring will work. So the next is substring. So instring giving us the position of a string, whereas substring give us. So what substring will give us is it will give us a substring from a main string. Like it will take some substring out of the main string and it will produce as a result. Like let us say select substring of. So here I am giving as Oracle training, and here you want to give it where the substring should start. Like if you give 1 here, and till which point you want the substring to be. Like you want 1 to 5 characters, let us say, from dual. So what it is going to give means, so it will start making a substring from here ZORACL. So from 1 to 5 it is going to make us a substring and produce as a result. Produce it as a result. See here. So ORACL. So like let us say if you give it 3 here. So then what it will happen? So it will start from third value, which is A, and it is going to give us 5 values, which is ACLE and a space. See here, ACLE and a space. It is a space here. If you give 6, you will find out the space. You see here, ACLE space T. So this is the starting point where you want the substring to be start, and it is the number of characters. So this is how substring work. So instring give us a position, substring give us the substring from a main string. So replace. So what is the replace means? So it is going to replace a particular string with a set of another string. Select replace Oracle with which you want to replace. You want to replace OR. So this is the main string. So the main string. This is the string which you want to be replaced, and this is the string which you want to replace with. Like in the place of OR, I want to display AR. See here. So in the place of OR, what it is done? So it replaced the AR in the place of OR and give us ARA CLA as a result. So this is how replace work. So replace is going to uh, replace a string with a new string. Is going to replace a old string with a new string. So see here, in the Oracle is the main string. In the main string, so OR is going to be replaced with AR. So that is replace function for us. And translate. So what translate is going to do is, select translator, like let us say. So in Andhra, what you want to do, AN with 1 2. So what it is going to do, for every occurrence of A, it is going to give 1. For every occurrence of N, it is going to give us 2. So let us see. So for A is being replaced as 1, N is being replaced as 2. So it is a character by character replacement. If you see translate, it is a character by character. Whereas if you see this replace, it is going to, what it is going to do is, it is going to search for this OR. If it is OR is present, like if this string is present, then only it will replace it with this one. Like if you see here, if I give is ORB and if I give is AR, so what it is going to do, so it is not going to replace. The reason is, so if first it will search for ORB in the string. So is ORB is present in the string? If you see ORB is not present, so it is ORA. So it will search for the string. If the string is available in the string, then only it will replace. But it is different. So what it is going to do? See here. Here you will understand the difference. So what it is going to do? So for every O, it is going to give A. So for every R, it is going to give us R only. Like for making more clear, I will make it as Z. So see, so for replace, what is going to do? It is a string by string replacement. It will find for the end, so it will search for the entire string. After it finding the string, it will replace it with the new string. Whereas this translate is a character by character replacement. So it will map. So for A, it is 1. So for N, it is 2. So it is going to map like that, and it is going to replace a character, every single character, not a string. Is it clear, guys? Translate and replace. You have any doubts? You can please ask me. Or any confusion? You are getting any confused? Please ask me. Replace and translate. So replace is a string by string replacement, whereas translate is a character by character replacement. Yeah, fine. So about concat. So concat is nothing but a concatenation of two strings, guys. So nothing more to that. So if you see here, it is going to just add two strings, like it is going to concat two strings and produce a single result. So you can give any string here. This is going to be string 1, and you can give the second string here. So now what? So why you are using concat means, so you want to concat these two strings and produce it as a single string. Like let us say in some cases, first name of a person. So some first name of a person is Ramesh. So the second name is Tota. So what it is going to do if you write concat, so what it is going to do? So it is going to concat these two and produce as a single result. So I will give this space here. So what is going to give us? Ramesh Tota. So it is going to concat these two strings and produce as a single result. So here I am giving the full name. So if you see here guys, when we are giving the results, so if you see the column name here, so what it is going to do, so what is the writing? So this, it is writing this. So to make it more understandable, we can use alias. So alias name is nothing but a name you give. Like if you see here, it is not looking good. Concatenate of Ramesh or Tota. So generally it is not good. So if you give us full name, so the user will get an idea so what it is being used for. So if you use full name here, so this is being replaced with this, so this is we call alias names. So if you leave the alias names, so the main is concatenation, so it just concatenates these two strings and produces a single string. So that is concat operator, a concat function. And do we have any other doubts? Yeah, so we have a few more string functions. After briefing these string functions, we'll close the session. So we have the next one is ltrim. So ltrim, what it's going to do is, so if you, it is going to replace a value in the left side, so it is going to trim those values. Ltrim is trimming on the left side. So if you give here like this, we have a string star 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 oracle. So what we are going to trim? So this we are going to trim. So the star is being trimmed from the main string we have given. See, so these values has been trimmed. So the left side values. But if you have like this, so now what it is going to result, guys? Any guesses? Yeah. So it is going to, see here. So it is going to trim only these values. So the left values until other character, like apart from this character, any other character appears. So it will trim all those left side values. So this is how ltrim works, and rtrim. So rtrim is trimming on the right side. So here what it is going to do? So it is going this trim these stars from the right side, and the left side will be there and as intact, because so it will do it will trim only these values, right? We have another function which is trim. So trim is going to delete. Just a second. So for trim the syntax is different, guys. So trim you need to write like this. See here, so it is going to trim the right values and left values, but this will not be trimmed because so it is so after the left we have this O, so it will trim from here till here only because so until the next to any other character appears, so it will trim on the left side. So until any character appears, it will trim on the right side as because it is in the middle, so it will not touch this. So if you want to remove that also, so we can use one function. Can we use negative values in substring and in string? Yeah, substring in string and substring we can use the negative values for the in the position parameter. So yeah, I will explain it. Just after we are done with this LPAD trims, I will explain it. So you see here. So what we are doing here is so we are trimming the left values and right values. So but it will not touch the middle. So the middle star. For this, what we can do is we can just use. We have discussed the replace function, right? So from the replace, you can do one thing like if you see comma. So the string you want to replace with, sorry, the string you want to be replaced, and here what generally what we give is the string we want to be replaced with. Like if you give any value, like if you say 1, so the stars will be replaced with 1. See, but if you just omit this value, if you just don't give any value there, so what it is going to do? So it is going to remove all these stars. So replace. This is another use of replace. And we have rpad and lpad. So just how trim is it trimming the values from either left or right. So pad is going to add some additional values. Select lpad. Here what I want to do is on the left side, so I want to add a few more stars to my string oracle, and the 10 is nothing but so the total length of the result I want to be. So oracle is already 6, the length of oracle is already 6. So here I am giving 10 means so the left side I want 4 stars to be added and make as a 10. See here, the 4 stars has been added on the left side. So the rpad is nothing but so on the right side, similar. See, so the stars has been added on the right side. So this is the string. This is the number of strings you want in the result, and this is the value you want to be padded, like on the right side or left side. So this is the LPAD and RPAD. Yeah. So so can we insert negative values in substring and in string? Yes. We can use the negative values in the position place. If you see here, mm, see in string and substring. So first let us see. So when we give the negative value here, so what is going to happen? So the set is going to start from the end. Like it is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will go here, and it will start making the substring from here. So what is the length of the substring we want? 3, right? So it will start here I, and it will make a substring I and I. So what we get? I and I. So it will go back from the end 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at the fifth place you want the substring to be started, and it needs to be 3. The length of the substring is need to be 3 letters. So if we give -5, so it is going to be this. So this is substring. We can give the negative value here. If we give the negative value here, so we will get the null value. Means, so the negative value we cannot give here. We can give only this position place only, not at the occurrence place, because occurrence has, this is the occurrence. Sorry, this is the length, right? So if we give negative, so it will not work. And the int string. So in the int string also same. So we can give the negative value here. So -4. So it will go back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. See here. So it will go back here, and it will search for the what we have given here, the second occurrence, right? So from the fourth page, if you see, there is no second occurrence of the I. There is only one occurrence, right? So if you give here 1, so what we are going to get? 11. So if you come here, so it will go 4 characters back, and it will search for the I. So the first occurrence is this one, and the position is, and the position. So the position, it will count from here only, guys. So don't think the string, the set is starting from here. The count will also start from here. So the no matter if you give minus or plus, the position will start from here only. So it is nothing but the position in which the main string, not in the place from where you want to start the set. So if you see -4 is, so where is -4? This is n is the -4, and the first occurrence is this one at the 11th position. So it will start the counting of the positions from here. Until then it is the 11th character. So that's why it is giving the 11 as a result. So that's how we use negative values. Any other doubts on today's class? Jyoti, is it clear how do we use negative values in substring and in string? If you have any other doubts, please ask me, or I will close the session here. Yeah, okay guys, I'm closing the session here. Thank you very much.